Looking forward to our big race day on Friday, the Betway Cup race day, and we are now on Polly. The Gavin Smith Racing Yard will start in race 1 with Tartan Queen. Now, not too much of a concern that she's on Polly, but Gav, she does have the wide draw to overcome.
She does. With the move to Polly now, draws coming into play. The turf track, you got the long straight and the back section to sort herself out. But she's done well enough on the surface, and we're just going to need luck from the draw.
3 runners in race 3. Happy Holly, she's running off a fantastic run back in KwaZulu-Natal, which was in the Debutante Stakes. She'll be joined by Mythical Dream, who's in fair form, a good third in a Pinnacle last time out. And Isn't She Bonnie will join them.
Holly, she's in a good place at home, but I've got to state that she's had a proper break after Natal. I always find sometimes the trip back from Natal knocks certain ones. But she's had a nice break. She's fresh in herself. And also she was drawn 10 where they've been running on the turf, and it was quite fine for her down the straight, and now she's drawn 10 on the Polly, which is out wide. For 1,000 metres, not going to be easy. And on top of that, there's some hard knocker older fillies in there. She's a one-time winner taking on older fillies who know the surface, and she's drawn 10. So I don't think it's an easy task, Nate. You've got to have caution. Mythical Dream, she's flying at home, and good last run, and she's holding form smartly. And Isn't She Bonnie, now with the lightweight, and now she comes in with a nice draw, puts her into the back end of quartet notes.
Now, race 4 is a race you really need to take note of, because it's the starting leg of the Pick 6. There is a carryover, 500,000 estimated pool to play for of 3 million, and here the yard will run Nothing Else Matters.
Yeah, Nate, he's well at home, and he prefers that long running of the turf track, because he takes time to unwind, time to get into top gear. So it's just going to be luck how he goes over the mile with a short straight, and if they canter sprint, it's not going to suit him, so we take our chances.
Global State, William the First and Golden Pavilion, who makes his local debut, will line up in race 5.
They're all doing well at home, Nate, and I think that they're in with shouts. Golden Pavilion, he hasn't seen the Polly, he's only seen it now for a canter. So it also puts a question mark there. His turf work was very nice. And William, opposite to him, now enjoys the Polly, so puts him in with a shout. So it's just, for the yard, it's an open race for us.
Moving to race 6, Gimmy's Lassie. Well, she was a well-deserved winner of her last, and the yard seemed to have worked out exactly how to get her going. Golden Pacific, her stable companion, runs alongside, and she never disgraces herself.
Yeah, Lassie, turf for Polly, she's in with a shout. She's doing really well at home, and she'll give a good account of herself. And Golden Pacific trying to have a touch further, Nate.
Of course, the Algoa Betway Cup race 8, that's the one we're all going to be looking forward to. Here the yard runs a runaway song. Now, although he's only had 1 start on Polly, it was a very, very encouraging run, and he ran second to a smart sort that day, added to which he's definitely a fan of the trip.
No, yeah, I think perfect trip for him. We were drawn wide on the turf, and I chatted to Mr. Krabbe. We were going to give him a bash, because he's up there with the class of what's running in the race. But now with the move to Polly, drawn 15 on the turf, where you've got time to sort yourself out down the back, we're drawn next to the racecourse on the Polly, so it's going to be luck, Nate. Yeah. We're just going to have to take our chances.
We will be crossing fingers for runaway song. The yard closed with a very, very useful hand in race 9. It is a decent sprinting lineup, but the yard holds some really quality individuals. We're going to start with Cruise Control. Now, he's won his last 2 absolutely effortlessly, being the Speedster Stakes and the Craddock Place Stakes. And the change to Polly is not going to worry our Polly champion of last season. He'll be joined by Gimmy's Laddie, who's in the background behind us. Now, don't underestimate him. He might be up on trip, but he's looking for 4 on a trot. He certainly just keeps on improving. And finally, Questa. Great to see this fellow back in action. Also a very useful individual, but Gav, he may just need it, because he's back off a lengthy break. In fact, the last time he ran, he was 2.
That's correct, Nate. He had an injury which we just took our total time with, overcame it properly, and he's in good nick at home. Bit of a worry going on to the Polly first run back. Gimmy's Laddie, he's doing very well at home. Also down the straight 1,200 metres, he can give them start. You can't give start the 1,200 around the turn on the Polly, so that's going to be a question mark for him. And Cruz loves the track and trip. Either the turf or the Polly, doesn't matter with him, and he's doing very well, Nate.
As you can hear, the yard really step out a few useful individuals, but they are going to need luck in the running with the change of surface.